South Carolina, the rise and fall of O Block, Stick Story. O Block sat on the north side of the Shakur Cherokee neighborhood, which is also known as the Macon. Basically, O Block was Chopper City in the late 90s and early 2000s. Chopper City was that era where if you lived anywhere on the block, you were somehow related. This was the point in time where the police barely patrolled because wherever there was a porch and a crowd, there would be multiple AK-47s on standby. Now, in 2004, Brad Land would be born in a recording studio. Many rap legends from around the Macon would start throwing out BL and mentioning Brad Land in many rap songs like Low Dub and Right Hand Man.
I got weed, I got coke, I got lots of dope. My dope be so good, my donkeys be going broke. But you ain't feeling like I feel. But you ain't feeling like I feel. You ain't feeling like I feel.
At the end of that Brad Land era, the youngins from the Brad Land era would click up with many different neighborhoods and they would form Lethal Squad. Lethal Squad would be an elite team because Lethal Squad had people from places like Russell Dale, places like Romney Street, the Macon, and other parts of Charleston was inside Lethal Squad. From the youngins to the older fellas, you see what I'm saying? Lil Meechie to the right was from Russell Dale. Lil Rum in the middle, in the black, was from downtown West Side, Romney Street. Lil Dank in the red was from Liberty Park. And Lil Z was from the Macon. That was just one side of the Lethal Squad. Lil Dank brought that future style swag to the group. Lil Meechie, the guy to the right, would put many members of the Lethal Squad gang on to serving Bassa because he was from that Russell Dale area.
I'm on the flakes all night cause I need it. Tryna stack dollars all night cause I need it. Tryna make it to the top for a nigga come be conceited. And I got a sense of even on my mind, man, I think.
Ramen Z would basically be the iron fists of Lethal Squad. Big P was from Johnson Street Projects, the east side of downtown Charleston. And Big P would bring to Lethal Squad, he would bring the idea of keeping that thing on you everywhere you go. You see what I'm saying? That's what Big P brought to the Lethal Squad. I was only 10 years old in this picture, and Lil Peep was only 12 years old. Another young member from the Lethal Squad was Lil B. As quickly as Lethal Squad became into power, Big P would be killed January 2009. By September 2009, Lil Dank would die in a car wreck. In 2010, Ramen Z would get locked up for a broad day shooting. Lil Peep would get locked up in 2011 and be released in 2012. Lil Meechie would be shot and killed in 2012. Now, after the fall of Lethal Squad, guys like Big Stacks and guys like Lil Pump, they would continue to get money and continue to live their lives. 2010 and 2011 would be quiet moments for the Lethal Squad, and Stacks would take Lil Marlo under his wing. See, Big Stacks played a major role in the upbringing of the next generation, because while Rum was locked up, Rum had a little brother named Lil Marlo, which is me. And the things I didn't know that was happening in Lethal Squad, Big Stacks would basically put me on point, and I would learn things. I would learn basically things that I didn't understand and I was ignorant to when I was 8, 9, and 10 years old running with Lethal Squad. Basically, Big Stacks would confirm a lot of things for me. You see what I'm saying? Big Stacks was basically that bridge into the new generation through me. And things I would see as an adolescent, by the time I was 13, 14, 15, I would be advanced. And a lot of things people didn't know about, I would know. And basically, I would make young goons, and I would recruit a lot of different rappers and entrepreneurs and hustlers from all over the city. And young goons would have one of the biggest impacts on the gang culture inside Charleston.
Hey, come on and shit, acting up. PCP my fucking block. Throwing ones in the air, cause I just really don't give a fuck from full way to Rivers Ave. But I'm really by my cash. Cutting up at every show, at the end of the night, them hollers going.
Free that fucking brick boy. Damn it, nigga. Y'all nigga know how to fuck that shit, me nigga. Get well soon, big bro.
Alright, now at the end of 2012, Young Goons will begin to blow up, and I would begin to get in broad day rockouts, and we would begin to go to football games and basketball games and get in fights. But basically, Young Goons had members from West Side, East Side of downtown Charleston, the Macon, the Height, Ferndale, Russellville, Liberty Park, you know, parts of Dorchester Road, West Ashley, Remount Road, you know, Ashley Phosphate. And Young Goons would take off with the rap scene and many other things in 2013. But I would be locked up because I took a pistol to school in high school, and I would do 2 years, and I wouldn't be released until the end of 2014. And that's why I met Lil Sticks. By 2015, Chopper City members, Bread Land members, Lethal Squad members, Young Goon members, they would all be released from jail, some of them, and they would all relocate on Florida Avenue and Osceola Avenue, Cherokee Apartments, Reynolds Avenue. They would all come on that block and form O Block. You see what I'm saying? Long live Shooter. Alright, y'all boy, now the sole purpose of me even making the Sticks movement was because Lil Sticks was a very important person. Lil Sticks was that connection between the young and the old, the Chopper City members, the Bread Land members, and even the Young Goon members. You see what I'm saying? Lil Sticks was the life of the party. In the late 2014s, Lil Sticks would still be going to school when they see him, he would still be toting his book bag. And Lil Sticks would come on the block and he would mention how he was doing good in school and how smart he was. You see what I'm saying? But it was a time period where Lil Sticks would change. And that time period would be one night, the guys, we would be chilling on the block, and Lil Sticks would get chased by this guy. Now, the guy who was chasing Sticks had a gun. You see what I'm saying? And Lil Sticks would be getting chased with another young O Block member at the time. And Lil Sticks would run up to the yard on the block, and he would be panicking, saying that there's a guy with the gun chasing him. You see what I'm saying? And by the time the guy got to the block, he would get chased. You see what I'm saying? If you can read between the lines. And ever since that day, Lil Sticks would start toting hammers. You see what I'm saying? And most people don't even know that about Lil Sticks. You see what I'm saying? Lil Sticks was just the type of person who really wanted to just have a good time. You see what I'm saying? And another thing to mention about Lil Sticks was Lil Sticks had like boats for some reason. Lil Sticks always talking about working on the docks and things like that. But what we can learn from Lil Sticks is that when you full of potential and when you got so many different avenues you can go down when it comes to success, you have to be willing to really fall back from fake-ass people. You see what I'm saying? Fake-ass people will get you done in. You see what I'm saying? I don't really know the situation on how Sticks got killed. But one thing I could really say is that now that I'm a little older and I'm doing what I'm doing with my life, and I see other people who I grew up doing what they do, it's like when people like Lil Sticks died with the potential he had, it's like, what would Sticks be doing at the age 24, 25? You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing about Charleston. Most of the guys are living a 25-year-old life at the age of 13, 14. You see what I'm saying? So by the time they're 25, 30, they got the wisdom of an old man. You see what I'm saying? Sticks was that type of guy. If you was having a bad day, a little guy too, 14, 15, he would come and tell you to keep your head up. You see what I'm saying? And for Sticks to be so young, Lil Sticks just understood a whole lot of things. You see what I'm saying? But that's the short story of O Block and the generations before. R.I.P. Lil Sticks, man. R.I.P. Lil Dank. R.I.P. Lil Meechie. R.I.P. Big P. I got sequels coming to the story right here. I'm out.